Right, here I am, Orwell's again. Yeah, what am I on? Another marvellous Royal Enfield. This time, the Super Meteor. Brrr, ding, oh, marvellous. Oh, and there we go, that wonderful twin engine. Service lights on. I haven't got long. Yeah. Let's get going. Oh, look at that, feet forward. Again, what I'm going to do with this new format is I'm going to get out into the country and I'll bring you back and we'll start off with the walk round. Oh, look at that, smooth as anything. Oh, this is comfy. Yeah, right, I'll catch you in a little while. So, I'm out in the country. I'm not quite at the walk round place that I want to go. I've had a wonderful ride on it so far. But I thought I'd just explain why I wanted to review the Super Meteor again. And it's because I'm about to do the NC 500. And of course, Banana Man and TC have both got Super Meteors. And they're going to be doing it on those. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to be doing it on the GSX 8R. So, very different bikes. And I've got to say, so far, this feels very comfortable. So maybe I should have bought a Super Meteor to do the NC 500 on. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll bring you back. Because we're in a 30 now anyway. I'll bring you back when I get to the walk round. Yeah. Right, here we are, Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Obviously, a lot of you will know this bike. I've ridden it before, which I'll probably discuss some of the points I found out the first time I rode it. But let's just run through the general specs. It's got alloy wheels, so obviously tubeless tyres. It's got this peach of an engine, this straight out of the Interceptor, 47 brake horsepower, 47 PS, whatever that equivalent is, and 52 newton meters of torque. It's ample. It's a lovely engine, and very smooth, especially in this one, because this one weighs in at 242 kilograms. So it's a heavy bike. It's not light, you know. I mean, that's as heavy as some big adventure bikes. But it doesn't feel as heavy as that. It's not light by any stretch of the imagination. Well, seat height's about 720, something like that, 740. Yeah, 740. Diddy Dave would have no trouble getting on it. And the seat itself is dead comfy. Feet forward, obviously. Suspension's shower. The front is absolutely fine. The back, however, I find quite firm, and over potholes and what have you that we have on some of these Suffolk roads, it can be quite jarring, but the handling's not too bad overall for a cruiser. I find it a bit lazy in the corners. Other people say it handles just fine, and it does. And I always have this problem whenever I've got my feet forward on a bike. I personally don't seem to be able to feel comfortable enough on the corners to really go quickly. But that's just me. Exhausts, you can change those, put some rhinos on it, and it sounds better, and they weigh about half the weight of those exhausts, so you can kill some of that weight straight away. The engine, obviously, you don't have to polish this one. No, it's not alloy. Well, it is, but it's, you know, it's a finished alloy. Dead comfy on the back, but I don't think Mrs. Tame would like it because of the suspension. I'd have to change that suspension, I think, in short, is what I'm saying. But the tank holds 16 litres, so decent sized tank, and that engine's quite thrifty. Comes with Mickey Mouse mirrors, which I love, and although they're short, the bars are wide, so you get a good vision behind you. Some people put bar end mirrors on them. I think these are just fine. Obviously, all the switchgear is intuitive, and it's got the round, I guess that's the copying the what used to be ceramic, I suppose, I don't know, but I love it. I love that, pushing it. I like round things, I don't know, it's just, I really like it. These are sort of alloy, are they alloy? Yeah, no, they are metal, and silver, so look just fine. You can get loads of extras for them. You can get easy to get bags and racks and things. Little backrest there. Indicators, just pretty standard. What you get on a new bike. If you wanted to change them, you could. I think TC has changed his for some fancy things. And I love this round headlamp here. It's just lovely. Yeah, really like that. I think that's about all I can really say about it on the specs. Doesn't have a huge amount of ground clearance. It is comfy to actually sit on. It does come with a centre stand as well. I don't know why all bikes don't, but there you go. But like anything, it's nice to have a bike that's good to look at. But it is all about the riding, isn't it? So let's get on and do the mutter. Yeah. Right, here we are, back on board. Brrr, ignition on. Ding. Marvellous. Roundy thing to start. And we're off. Feet forward. Let's get going. Watch the gravel. And we're off. Yeah. Absolutely marvellous. Oh, I love the sound of that engine, that whine, and the sound of the exhaust. Just lovely. Of course, I didn't speak about the clocks. It's got two clocks. Well, one clock. The other one is the Tripper, the Navigator, and doubles up as a clock. Absolutely marvellous. Yeah, I mean, the clocks, they've got enough information on them. Your gear indicator, your fuel status, whether it needs a service or not, and of course your trips. Yeah, it tells you whether you're riding economically as well. But I think the view from here is lovely. Yeah, I like that it's an analog clock as opposed to a digital one like on the Gorilla and stuff like that you can get. Absolutely marvellous though. And the brakes are pretty decent, and I guess they have to be because it's stopping quite a hefty lump, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'd say. Got to watch it here because sometimes people cut that corner. And like I said, the mirrors are just absolutely fine for seeing out of. The gearing's just right for it. And of course I'm riding it gentle, it's not fully running. But I wouldn't really want to ride this much harder. Now, as I said, a couple of these are coming on the NC with us, and I can imagine that they are going to be much comfier than me when we're on the small roads, actually on the up there in Scotland. They might have a problem with that suspension, I don't know, it depends how good the roads are. I'm informed the roads are pretty decent actually, so they'll probably be alright. But we've got to do between 1,000 and 1,500 miles to get there. You know, we're going to be doing a few extra miles, and I have noticed on the faster roads there's quite a wind blast coming at you, and for that sort of mileage I think I'll be better off on the GSX. That's just my opinion, but of course they're two very different bikes, and for general riding this is wonderful, isn't it? Very, very comfy. But I'll tell you what, let's get on with the senses test. Yeah, straight out taste. What would it taste of? Well, this one would be something with blueberries. Yeah, I reckon Mrs. Tame does me like an Eton mess with strawberries and blueberries and cream, and I reckon that's what this would be. Yeah, not that it's a mess, but it'd be rich, creamy, and sort of good for you because of the fruit aspect. Yeah, never mind the sugar of the meringue and the fat of the cream. Oh, and steady, we're into a 30. So that's what it'd taste like. And then smell. What does it smell like? Well, it's a brand new bike, it's just due its service, but it doesn't smell of anything other than newness. A new bike does smell nice, I think. Absolutely wonderful. And then to look at, what does it look like? Well, it sort of looks a little bit like a Speedmaster, a little bit like Harley. It's a cruiser, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'll just give you a wipe because I've just hit a load of flies. I don't know if you'll have been splattered as well. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Not everybody's cup of tea. If you like sports bikes, you might not like it, but it's a pretty damn decent looking bike that is really comfy to sit on, and you can get a touring comfort seat as well. I can't imagine how comfy that is. Big wide bars as well to help with that steering, that to my mind is just a little bit lazy, but you know, the bike still goes. And then to touch, feel, it's top-notch quality, isn't it? For the money that you pay, she's about £7,000, give or take. I think the quality is really good, and to touch, it's all smooth, round shapes, even that little backlight. Yeah, just marvellous. The brakes, of course, maybe not top notch, but they work really well. So there you go. You don't need Brembos, do you? Then what? Oh, sound. What does it sound like? It sounds like an Interceptor 650. It's got that whine from the engine. I don't know if it's the gearbox, I'm not sure what it is. It's air cooled, so you get more mechanical noises. and I love that. I really, I think that's so important for me, when you're riding a bike, to have that little bit of chatter. I want to know that I'm riding something mechanical. I don't want it all muffled up with a water jacket on. So yeah, I love it. I really do. And the engine is proven. The exhaust sounds just nice. I can't say much. I think it sounds better with the Rhino exhausts on, and they're not very expensive. But there you go. I'm not that fussed either way on something like this, because I would cruise about on this all day. Yeah. But then, how do I feel about it? Well, I've never been a foot forward sort of person, but I admire how comfy this is. Yeah. I don't know whether your feet would get blown off. I remember riding the Harley Davidsons down the A14, and I went to move my foot to put the brake on and the resistance was quite high. Yeah. So for me, it's not for me. It's not for me. I like the bike. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just not a cruiser sort of person. I admire how comfy it is. I admire the sound of that wonderful engine, but they put that engine in lots of other models that I like. The Bear, the Interceptor, the Classic 650. So for me, I would have one of the others. But if you like this style, and in this blue and cream, it's just absolutely gorgeous, I think. Yeah. What I'll do is, I'll bring you back when we get closer to Orwell's. Yeah. Right, here we are, almost back at Orwell's. Through traffic, it is so easy, despite that heavy weight. Easy to balance, easy to manoeuvre. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, a quick run through. 45 brake horsepower, 47 brake horsepower, something like that. 52 newton meters of torque. Seat height 740. You've got the Byberry brakes that are ample for stopping it. 19-inch front wheel, 16-inch back wheel, tubeless tyres. It's just absolutely marvellous. And I wish I liked cruisers, but it's just not my cup of tea. But if it's your cup of tea, you don't need to spend thousands on a Harley. Side stand down, ignition off. Let's have one last look at it before it goes. There you go. What do you reckon? Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 here at Orwell's. Absolutely marvellous.